Hello, the one and only Xylophoney here with a list of all of the crazy events that happen in ARK Survival of the Fittest. This image was tweeted out by Bubblywums and it showcases all of the special things that happen during the game. Now, if you are new to ARK or ARK Survival of the Fittest, you'll find this very useful. And if you're a veteran of Survival of the Fittest, you may still find a couple of the descriptions a little bit helpful. But let's go over all of them, starting with the bosses. Of course, we have the Brood Mother, able to give birth to lots of powerful minions that will defend you even after she despawns or is killed. One of the advantages to this is you can pretty much have a bunch of spider minions at the middle platform and then just leave them up there. They can help defend you, or you can use them in different creative ways. The second boss is the Dragon, capable of fast flight and breathing fire on its enemies when tamed. This is probably the most dangerous of all of the boss tames, because you can get places quickly and anyone you spot is just about as good as dead. Then we have the Pittacus, very strong and able to throw boulders, destroying buildings and tames with relative ease. Now, the Pittacus is also very dangerous and very useful for taking down players and their structures. Then we have some of the other ones, such as Acid Rain, a toxic rain that will slowly drain your health and the durability of your armor. Seek shelter as quickly as possible. Now, when Acid Rain comes, there's a couple different strategies you can employ. A pretty standard one is to take off all of your armor so it won't take durability damage, but then you're left standing out in the middle of ARK with no clothes on, so it can be very dangerous. Of course, what you might want to do is have some quick shelter, or hide under something or in a cave if possible. Even something as simple as just a pillar and a roof will keep you safe from Acid Rain. Then we have one of the crazier ones, Arctic Monkeys. Two aggressive poop-throwing Pittacus fall on each player. If killed, they drop the chitin helmet they wear. So this one has a little bit of a benefit to it. One, they're kinda dangerous and they're kind of annoying. But two, once you do kill them, you do get their helmets. And if this is early in the game, although it may be even more difficult to kill them in that case, you will get a chitin helmet, which is not, too easy to make right away. So next up we have the Beast Within. All wild creatures, including usually passive herbivores, become aggressive to players. This means you can walk by a parasaur and it'll just try to tear you apart, although it may not be able to. When a Bronto is around you and this pops up, you better get running so you don't get swept by that tail. Then we have the Karno Drop, a random species of carnivores dropped on each player, 1 to 4 dinos per person. Run, kill, or be killed. And this can drop things such as Spinos or T-Rexes, it could drop Raptors or Karnos. Really it varies, and of course the danger involved varies with the kind of dinosaur that is dropped. And if you're during a battle when this happens, it is very, very annoying and very difficult. Then we have a simple one, Day-Night Swap. Reverses the current time of day from day to night, or night to day. Pretty simple and straightforward there. Then we have Double Taming. During this event, the taming speed is doubled. Tame all the things! And that is exactly what you want to do when double taming is up. Go for a big tame, try to knock out as many things as you can because they will tame extremely quickly, especially considering Survival of the Fittest already has speeded up taming rates. Then, if you want to tame things even faster, go for the Food of the Gods. A large loot crate appears at the platform containing 3 superfood that will instantly tame any creature. When eaten, they will also heal the player to full health. Usually you're going to want to use this to tame your Rexes and Spinos, maybe even a Bronto. This will be a very quick way of taming something that is going to help you a lot during the game. Next up, Hail to the King! Random explosives will drop out of the sky for players to pick up and use during sudden death. This is a really good event to make sure sudden death doesn't run for too long. There's often some tricky stalemates, but this helps you destroy any structures and deal a little bit extra damage to the dinosaurs and players riding them. Then we have Harvest Bounty. Resources are collected at a much higher rate, and this is very useful because, well, you can gather resources faster. It's really good for early game, so you can get some more hide and more supplies to keep yourself going. But if you're trying to pick up stuff when you're running away, you might get an inventory full of rocks, but that's really the only downside. Then we have Harvest Famine, which is not good at all. Resources are collected at a much lower rate. Pretty much, you can't really gather many resources at all when there's a harvest famine. So, you're gonna have to do something else with the rest of your day until that event is over. Next up, we have the Herbivore Drop. A random species of herbivore is dropped on each player, 1 to 4 dinos per person. Good opportunity to tame or kill for XP. So, this is usually a, not too violent drop. Now, if you are in the middle of a fight and you happen to hit one of them, then you're going to be in a little bit of a trouble. But, other than that, it could just be an opportunity to get yourself a nice dinosaur. Then we have Mega Cold. Extreme cold, forcing players to consume more food, wear insulating armor, and seek heat to avoid losing health or their life. And this is certainly dangerous. You really have to get a fire and torches going, wear some hide armor, and do the best you can to stay alive, because Mega Cold is no joke. It will tear through your health like it's nothing, and leave you very hungry, so make sure you have plenty of food. Then we have probably the most annoying one, just because you won't be able to see anything, Mega Fog. A very dense fog that covers the island, making it difficult to navigate. This greatly reduces all player and creature visibility. Pretty much you won't be able to see 10 feet in front of you, so you better be careful where you're stepping, otherwise you might walk right up to a T-Rex, and that's not fun. Not fun at all. Next up, we have the Mega Heat. Extreme heat, forcing players to remove armor and consume more water to avoid losing health, or eventuate their life. Now, generally if you're staying by the water, this one won't be as much of a problem, but either way, don't underestimate it. It could be very difficult for you. Then, we have the Predator's Night. The time of day is switched from day to night, and the aggression range of hostile creatures is increased. This means all those dangerous Rexes and Karnos you were trying to avoid suddenly have a much bigger aggro range. If they are anywhere near you, they will go and try to attack. So you better be ready to run completely away from them, or fight them, or even tame them. But Predator's Night is just one of those situations you want to stay far away from those dangerous carnivores. On the bottom row, we have the Super Loot Crate. A large loot crate appears at center of the map, containing useful supplies and weapons. This is where you get a lot of the high-tier weapons, such as the, guns and rocket launchers, and even some of the superfoods that'll really kind of help you out. But you can also get those from the red supply drops around the map. It's just a lot of them are in the Super Loot Crate. So, if you're nearby when that drops down, and you have some stuff that'll help you survive against other players, it may be worth going for. But, even better is the supply overload. This makes all of the red loot crates spawn around the map, and they contain useful supplies and resources, some that cannot be obtained any other way. There we go, that's not cut off anymore. So the supply overload is probably one of my favorites. This means you can go for all of the supply drops that you maybe were afraid of getting earlier or you were too late to get to earlier. Other players will have plenty of other supply targets to go towards, which leaves it so you can get one without as much worry about other players. If you're really quick, you may even be able to get multiple supply drops, which contains a lot of useful gear that'll really help you in battles. Next up, we have the Survivor Reveal. A yellow light appears above each player at the time of the event. This occurs every in-game day at midnight. Evacuate the area fast to avoid being discovered. So this event actually isn't random at all, it just happens at midnight. So if you are taming something at midnight, you may be in a little bit of trouble, because a big light will show right where you are. Now generally, you might want to avoid this light if possible, and stay away from it so other players don't come and find you if they're nearby. Or you could even use this light to set up a trap. Other players will come looking at the light, and you can be there ready to fight them. Next up, we have the Survivor Tracker. The yellow beam will appear at your player and follow you around until the event ends, making it easier for other players to hunt you down. This pretty much means other players are going to find you if you're anywhere near them. So, either you're trying to find other players or you're trying to avoid other players in this case. Either way, there's most likely going to be some sort of combat situation. And finally, we have the Swarm. A swarm of Meganura descend on each player, attacking and draining both health and stamina. They are also a good source of chitin when killed. So, all those stories about annoying dragonflies, well, this is one of them. This will just spawn tons of dragonflies on you, and if you're on a team, well, there's going to be a whole lot of dragonflies around you. So keep that in mind, and stay safe. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video of the ARK Survival of Fittest evolution events. There's a lot of things here that can help you, and of course ruin your day in ARK Survival of the Fittest. But let me know what your favorite is, and let me know what your least favorite event is. Also leave a like on this video if you have enjoyed, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.